So when I was a small lad,
When was that?
it was,
Back in the 60s?
Back in the 60s when I had no
Okay.
friends.
Here we go.
I go to community events and I wanted some friends. So
Yeah.
I found a group of guys and the movie had come out. I don't know if you'd ever seen this movie called The Short Circuit.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Oh, you have seen it?
Absolutely.
I've never seen it.
Oh.
But I told all these kids, since they were talking about it, that I have seen it. I was
Okay.
like, oh, yeah, I totally saw that movie. Like, I just wanted to be part of their conversation because I felt like an outsider. And then there was this kid. He was like the mean one.
Okay.
Everyone
He
knows who
called
this
you
is.
out, didn't he?
He says, hey, do you remember that scene where the robot flew?
no.
And I was like, yeah, I remember that scene. It was like my favorite part. And then with a big giant smirk on his face, he's like, there was no scene. And immediately I'm like,
Yeah,
and I like run
you're
off.
busted.
Yeah, and that was the end of me ever going back to those things. My mom was like, do you
Wow.
want to go back to Boy Scouts? I was like, no, I think I'm done. I've learned enough. I'm good.
Kids, the moral of the story is don't tell lies, even to be the cool kid.
Yeah, that's a real problem. It keeps me up at night as an adult of like, why would I lie?
How many of the stories have you told on this podcast are actually true?
All of them. All of them now.
Right.
Because I've learned my lesson. I've definitely learned
We
my
have a
lesson.
flashing liar banner.
No,
Liar,
this is
liar,
a true
liar.
story, Brandon. Come
Okay,
on, give me
right.
credit.
Sorry.
I know. It's hard now because, like,
Kids, you can trust
you trust
Rick.
me? Can you not trust me as I tell you these stories? As I tell you a story about that I'm lying in the story. It's so complicated. The weave, the whole, like, there'd be strings
was the string
everywhere.
thing,
yeah. Well, anyhow,
Yeah.
why would I do that? And it really boiled down to I just wanted to belong.
You know, Rick, yeah, it is really important to belong, and all of us want to be part of the in group, right? The in crowd.
I think most importantly, no one wants to feel alone.
Right. Yes. That was a better way to say it, Rick. Well done.
Hey, thank
Can we get a hand for Rick? That was amazing. That's it. Nobody wanted to. Do we have a fake dummy hand that we can throw in?
Clap, Buzz, clap.
That's not happening. I think the minion will clap. That's creepy.
Well,
Okay.
that's your opinion.
That is my opinion, but it wasn't a lie.
It wasn't truth.
It wasn't a lie.
Well, I certainly didn't want to be left out. And I think that's probably why I might have not told the truth or bent the truth. I had every intention of seeing that movie. Never
Have
saw
you still not seen it?
it. No, never seen it.
Really?
But that's what we do sometimes. When we're really worried or something,
Sorry.
we might stretch. We might stretch the truth like this and just keep like, well, it's kind of true. Like I like movies.
Do not ruin that slinky.
And when you just keep pulling it out. See, look at that. It's making a lot of noise over here.
What just happened?
I don't know. I was trying.
Speaking of stretching the truth, here, hold this. Oh, it broke.
So let's think about this for a second. Imagine that we tend to tell one little tiny lie, right? And then it just covers up the truth a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. But then, like that guy, people just, they begin to ask questions or more questions, and so we have to cover things up with another little bit of lie, like this, and then you keep
Nobody's going to be able to hear you.
covering it. Oh, I know. That's part of the analogy here. Hold on. So
Kids,
then pretty
I'll
soon
narrate
you
at this
can't-
point
you
because
can't-
Rick's
you can't-
phasing himself
you can't hear
out.
things very well because then you've muffled it up. So
Kids, this is the quietest Rick's ever been on this show, so let's all take a moment. They can't hear you at all.
it's because I've lied too much.
Yeah, it is. Wow.
Hold on. So obviously we have a problem.
Layers upon layers of lies, and pretty soon you get found out, and then nobody wants to be around you because they just can't trust you.
That's right.
And that's the story of the boy who cried wolf, right? And I mean, we've all heard that one, right?
I don't think I've heard this story.
You've never heard that story?
No. Is that the same story as the boy that
Here it comes.
He had his best friend and his name was Wolfie. And
Wolfie.
yeah, and then
Nope, that
Wolfie
doesn't sound right.
Wolfie like lost his bike or something.
Are you
and
making
then
this
the boy
up?
cried. He's just like super sad about it because he's like, I just want my best friend to be happy, and Wolfie's lost his bike. And so
Oh, my
it was so sad of a
goodness.
story. That's not the
No,
story.
that's not the. That's
Well,
not
you
the
tell
one.
the story.
Very creative, but not the story. Yeah, the boy who
What my grandmother
cried-
told me.
Yeah, the boy who cried wolf is literally a story about a little boy who's out playing and he cries out wolf, wolf, wolf. The whole village comes and he's fine.
I would
There's no
imagine.
wolf.
I would imagine that everyone would come and check on him. If there was a wolf,
Right.
then that's danger. Like, let's go help the
Absolutely,
kid.
right.
So what happened?
So ultimately, there's no wolf, right?
What do you mean there's no wolf?
There's no wolf.
the
There's
boy
no
said
wolf.
there was a wolf.
I know. And he continued to do that. Everybody's like, there's no wolf. Back to work, guys.
Okay,
Right.
all right. Yeah, so everyone went back to work.
Everyone
okay.
goes back to work, and then
okay.
the little boy, oh, wolf, 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 wolf.
Oh, so there is a wolf
And-
this time.
Yeah, no.
No, everyone gets
No,
together and-
everybody gets back there. Still no wolf, right?
What? There's no wolf?
Yes, no wolf,
This
right?
is very frustrating.
It's
Why can't
super
this boy just tell us the truth?
So everybody goes back to work again, right?
Everyone would go back to work.
And then the next time, the little boy's like, oh, there's a wolf, there's a wolf. This time there really is a wolf.
Wait, did someone see the wolf? Because I'm not going.
The
if there's no
boy
wolf
saw
this
the
time. I've
wolf.
got things to do.
Yeah, no, you're not going. And
Okay, I don't go.
nobody went.
Nobody went. Good.
Nobody went.
Good.
So here's this little boy, and there's this wolf. And
Wait, there is a wolf?
there's a real wolf this time.
Oh my
Keep
gosh.
up, Rick.
Yeah, well, this is the problem. This is not my fault. It's that little
Right.
boy's fault. That's
That's-
whose fault it is. I'm
That's
so confused.
the moral of the story.
Man, you know, this is why the Bible tells us to let our yeses be yeses and our noes to be noes.
Yeah, so in 2 Kings 5, there's a great story where we see what the cost is for lying, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so there's this really super important guy, and he's got a bad skin disease, right? But he hears that there's a man of God over in Israel that can help him.
Elijah. Well,
It's not Elijah, it's
like
Elisha.
I know, I've heard, yes.
Elisha tells him, hey, go dip yourself in the Jordan River. It'll clear right up.
It's a casual thing that everyone does.
Everybody did it, right?
Cures all things. A
No
bath.
big deal.
Take your baths, kids.
With soap. Anyways, so he does that. Boom, he's cured. It's a miracle, right? And he could not be more grateful, right?
Dude, the guy should be like, I'm so thankful. Like, here's everything I have.
Right. Absolutely. And that's basically what happens is he goes back and he's like, hey, I want to give you guys something because what you've done for me is basically you've saved my life.
Well, thank you very much. I'll take your big giant bag of money. That sounds very good to me.
Not really what Elisha
oh,
said to him.
no,
Elisha's
Elijah
like,
says no.
no, you know
Okay.
what? I was just telling you what God told me.
Right.
And we don't need it. We're
We don't
fine.
need a
Yeah,
reward
right?
for doing what God tells us to do. Absolutely. We just do it because God tells us. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
So off Naaman goes, right? But the servant of Elisha, Gehazi, he's like, whoa, wait. We could use some new clothes and some money would be kind of nice, right? So he makes up this slick lie to Elisha and just tells him, hey, I'm just going out on a little errand. We got some things we got to pick up, right? And he chases after Naaman,
What's he doing?
right? What is he doing, right? Well, what do you think he's doing?
He's asking for that money. He shouldn't be asking for that money.
Absolutely, he's asking for the money, Rick, because money matters, and so do new clothes, right?
Well, and skateboards and whatever.
Nerf guns,
Yeah.
Lego sets,
Ray-Bans.
absolutely, kids.
You
You
knew
know
that's what he
You
wanted.
know,
Yeah.
Ray-Bans. So Naaman's like, yeah, take what you want,
Of course he
Okay.
would. Of course he would. He was
because
thankful.
he's super thankful.
Right. So
Right.
can you imagine he comes back? Whereas he can't just show Elisha that he has all this now.
No, he'd be in a
have to,
ton of
like-
trouble.
Yeah, so he has to hide it somewhere, right?
Exactly.
Under his
so
bed.
he goes and he hides it.
Yeah.
Right.
Classic
Like,
spot.
prob-
we all know where it is. Okay, good.
Exactly. When you're cleaning your room, where do you put all your toys? Under the bed.
Under the
right?
rug. What are you talking about?
Under the rug?
Oh, I just open the window and throw it all out.
No, you don't.
Right. I'm like,
There we go. Okay. So, yeah, he hides it.
Uh-huh.
But Elisha knows something's not quite right here. So he comes to him and he's like, hey, so Gehazi, what exactly did you go get?
and this is the moment where he can confess right now.
Right.
And be like, yeah, sorry, I was selfish. I took stuff. I shouldn't have taken it. And that's what he does, right?
No, he doesn't.
What?
No, he's like, he doubles down. He's like, oh, no big deal. I, just, again, went
The
to the
double
market.
down
I
lie
had to
does
go ahead.
not work.
It doesn't, does it?
Been proven time and time again.
No, especially when somebody already knows that you're lying to them, right?
Can you imagine now for him just how much it would take to try to regain Elijah's trust at this point?
So tough to do.
Right.
And that's the thing, kids, is that, yeah, when we lie about something, all that trust that we've built up, it's gone. We're starting right back at square one because people are like, well, can I?
Yeah, I can think
trust
of the
them?
times that I've actually lied to my parents,
Yeah.
and then when they find out and I'm stuck, I just so want to show them or
Yeah.
prove to them that they can trust me.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
But it's so difficult to do. And I know that the first place where I have to start is I have to start by saying, I'm sorry.
Yeah, you got to own it.
It's not so much of earning trust, is that I know that I'm going to have to rely on their grace. And,
Right.
and I just need to, it's not just so that I can prove to them, but I know in my heart now that I desire to honor them well. And so I will always tell them the truth.
Right.
And that matters. It doesn't just matter because of the consequences. It matters because it honors God, it honors the people, and it shows that we care about people when we tell them the truth.
Yep, absolutely. And
To trust is so important. It's one of the things that is the most valuable thing that we can have with another person is trust.
yeah, because nobody wants to be around somebody who they can't trust.
That's right. And we trust each other a lot.
We do?
I mean, of course.
Prove it, Rick.
What?
Prove it.
I don't need to prove it.
Let's
What are
go.
you talking about?
Get up on the couch. Let's do a trust fall.
Trust
I'll catch
falls. I mean, I trust you.
you. Yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead. Don't worry. I got you.
Wait, you're gonna
Come on.
catch me with
Yep.
the...
Go ahead.
Wait, I have to turn around?
Look at these legs. You're going to be fine.
Okay, well, hold on. All right,
Yep.
hold on.
What's the worst that could happen?
It's, well, a lot, really. A lot.
A
lot could happen.
Don't get the microphone that close to your rear end because that's a toot joke waiting to happen. That's right up Kim's alley.